Yeah, it's your boy Chad Rob. We back, baby. Episode 29, man. It's like Eric Dickerson in this thing.
29 episodes, huh? You've been
Yes,
doing it,
hey,
ain't you, son?
yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Man, and so just to let y'all know where we at, man. This is the hashtag I Am Who I Am podcast, and I am here at Hair Force Barbershop. So let me tell you a little story about my guest. I remember being 16, 17 years old, and I had never seen like a black entrepreneur before. Like I had never seen one in person. You know, I've heard about him. I saw him on TV, yada, yada, yada. But as a young man, I remember coming to the barbershop, man, and it was called Hair Force, and it was his location. It was his spot, and he was the owner, operator, head barber, all of the above, man. And not only was he all that, but he brought a different element to the game. Like back then, we talking the late 90s. Anybody in my city, I'm going to say 99%, if you saw him with dreads, this man put them in their hair. You know what I'm saying? Even in neighboring cities, we can go as high as 90% there. He put them in their hair. So please introduce yourself, sir.
Charles Robinson, Charlie Robinson, dread man, dread master, dreadlock specialist, Alcoa, Tennessee, master barber instructor. You know, that's who I am. You know, I love what I do.
Hold on one second. I done got so excited. I ain't even hit record on the we ain't got no video.
I got some.
On that note, since we weren't recording the video right there, I'm going to go through it again. This is the hashtag I Am Who I Am, the podcast. This is episode 29. 29. And I said this previously. I'm going to say it again. I'm going to repeat it because I mean it when I say it. I remember being a kid, man, 15, 16, 17 years old. I remember coming to a Hair Force barbershop. I had never seen a black entrepreneur before. I had never seen a black man working for himself, getting his own money, doing his own thing. And I walked into the barbershop and I met this gentleman here. He was the owner, operator of Hair Force Barbershop. And I can tell you in the late 90s, if you saw anybody in my city, Alcoa, Tennessee, Maryville, Blount County, 99% of them, if they had dreads, this man put it in the hair. In the neighboring cities, you can go as high as 90%. He put it in the hair, and that's real talk. Introduce yourself, family.
Charles Robinson, Charlie Robinson, dreadlock master, dreadlock specialist, master barber instructor. Like he said, black entrepreneur. That's who I am. That's what I'm about. You know, trying to get that grind in and trying to make something out of myself so I can teach other people how to do the same thing.
That's what's up. That's what's up. So, talk to me about the beginnings. Where are you from?
I'm from Knoxville, Tennessee. The beginning, you know, two things I said I never do was cut hair and go into the military, and I ended up doing both of them.
Wow.
You know, my mama, she was a beautician, and I remember when she used to do those jerry curls at the house, man, and I'll be up with her at like 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, rinsing out people's hair and taking them rollers out. You know, I'm like, man, this is crazy. I'm gonna smell like this mess in the morning when I go to school. You know, it was wild. I said, I never deal with hair when I get older. But at the same time, you know, my thing was I wanted to be the president of the United States when I was a kid.
Wow,
man.
me too, man. I used to always walk around saying I wanted to be the first black president.
Yeah, and it wasn't even being the first black president. It was just something about being a leader.
Oh,
because my mama always instilled in me, you know, and I tell my kids to this day, every day they get out the car, from the first day they started at school, from when I send them into the Sunday school class, dropping them off in Sunday school on Sunday mornings, be a leader, not a follower, and show the love of Jesus. That was always the things I told my kids. And we were watching this game show one time, and they were like, tell contestants, tell what was something that your dad would say that you can remember now that he used to say when you was a kid.
Yeah.
And I looked at my kids and say, what would it be? And both of them, just right off the rip, be a leader, not a follower, show the love of Jesus.
Wow.
You know, so that whole thing, my mom will always tell us to be leaders and not followers.
Right.
You know, she was a huge Christian, but she never put that love of Jesus in there because, you know, she beat the slaw out of us if we act a fool anyway. So,
right.
You know, you better be acting right. You know, so if you acting right, you show love. That's how she just put it together.
Yes, sir.
But as far as being a leader goes, she always instilled that in me, man. Be a leader, not a follower, son. You know, I'm 50 years old, dude. I turned 50. I turned 50 January 12th of this year.
Well, happy belated birthday.
You know, thank you. And I never smoked before.
Never?
Never. And I never drunk. I'm never drinking before.
Wow.
And I'm 50, but every time somebody will put that in my face or present that to me, I will always hear in my mama's voice, be a leader, not a follower. You don't have to do what everybody else is doing because everybody else is doing it.
I can do
You your own person. Be a leader. And that just always stuck with me. When I joined the military, they told me 3 things I was going to do. I was going to smoke, I was going to drink coffee, and I was going to start drinking alcohol.
Well, so time out. So military was the second thing you said you never do.
Exactly.
And you wound up in the military.
Yeah.
So go ahead. Keep going.
So I end up, I said, man, I'm not going to do that because I'm a leader.
Mm-hmm.
And just because I go into a place where they're known for that, military's known for drinking and smoking and coffee. You know, that's part of their livelihood.
Yes, sir.
Dog, never. Robinson, we going on smoke break. You going? Nah, I don't smoke. Robinson, we going to the beer when we get and going to the port to get a beer. You going? I don't drink. I'll be the designated walker because half of y'all going to get ripped. So y'all going to have to have somebody make sure you get back to the ship, not get robbed or not pass out on the street or go to jail.
Yeah.
I was a designated walker, man. They gave me that title when somebody wanted to go get ripped overseas somewhere. Robinson, when you roll out with us, be designated walker. Yeah. Okay, we pay for your food and we pay for whatever else you want. You just make sure we make it back to the ship safely or keep us out of jail.
Yeah.
Cool. So that's what I did, you know, and that always stuck with me, man, to be a leader and not a follower. And when I was a kid and I always thought about being the president of the United States, I remember the teacher, I remember it like it was yesterday when they used to ask us back in the day, what did we want to be when we grow up?
Mm-hmm.
You know, I don't know if you're old enough for that. But I know when we were growing up, we knew what we wanted to be when we grew up because, you know, people always instill that question into you. You want to be a fireman or you want to be a policeman or, you know, you want to be a doctor or a lawyer. You always wanted to be something.
Right.
But I wanted to be the president of the United States because I thought that was the biggest leader.
Yes.
And that teacher told me, dog, she told me that I'd be better off being a garbage man or a custodian, dude.
It's sad, man.
And it didn't register to me because I was in elementary school what she was
right.
telling me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But at the same time, as I got older, and it probably was maybe 15 years, it actually came back in me and it registered in me what that teacher, that day came back to me and I was here owning my own shop 15 years ago.
Wow.
And it resonated in me. It's like, man, I am a president.
You are.
I'm not the president of the United States, but I'm the president of this business right here.
Yeah.
I'm the CEO.
You the owner, operator. You're the owner, operator.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, and that's always been instilled in me to be a leader and not a follower, man. You know, so doing this whole barbering thing, it just it's a light to me.
Yeah.
You know, it's a huge light. It's as bright as these 2 lights are behind me. I don't sell drugs. I don't fool with weed. This sitting the cover up for me. This is my livelihood. I feed my family off of this. I feed people off of this.
Mm-hmm.
I take care of other people's kids off of this right here. I sow seed into people's lives off of this right here, man. Yeah. What's my boy name that played in that movie with Denzel played?
Which one?
The gangster. What was his name?
Oh, American Gangster?
Yeah, what was the dude's name in there? You remember?
Oh, but not Bumpy Johnson, but it's
man, I can't, man.
Not Bumpy Johnson. It'll come to me in a second. I'm always bad. I'm late on the podcast. My brain don't think like it used to.
And anyway, dude, I'm that dude of the barbering industry.
Wow.
I'm that dude in this area.
Wow.
You know, I try to put back into, even though, you know, the first 5 years I was here, man, every Saturday I came to work, Alcoa police used to pull me over. Remember the ice cream truck I had? Well, when the ice cream truck, but that minivan.
Yeah, I do remember that.
Didn't have no windows on it.
I remember that.
When I used to, that was my transportation to work, man.
Yeah, I remember that.
6 o'clock in the morning, they would pull me over every morning when I first started working out here because they thought I was selling weed or selling drugs, and they didn't think that I was going to the barbershop that early in the morning. And they did that to me for 2 years, dude. Every single Saturday.
So it's so funny you say that because when I got out of school and came back, I was working at a local business here, and I drove an Impala at the time, a black Impala. And literally every day for about probably a month, every day I would get pulled over leaving work. And it got to the point, hey, man, I just saw you at my place of business doing business. You just purchased something from me there. I'm just going home.
It's crazy. Yeah.
But keep going. I didn't mean cut y'all, but that happened to me too. That's funny that I'm not the only one.
Yeah, but this is what I do. You know, all I was saying about that is even though a lot of cats use this occupation as a cover up to do their other dirt. That's not what I do. This is me for real, dude.
Yeah,
I mean, we're not doing this podcast and then I'm gonna go sell an ounce after I finish dealing with you.
Me neither.
No, this is when I leave here. I'm going to my wife and kids.
Yeah, me too.
You know, I'm going home.
Yes,
home. I'm not going. The streets is not my home. Back in the day, yes, you find me on the streets. I wasn't smoking or drinking, but I was chasing them females. That was my drug.
Yeah.
But other than that, dude, no, man, I don't have time, man. I wanted to be a leader. You know, the hustle game, you had to be a follower in the hustle game. I wasn't trying to be no follower because my mama didn't instill that in me.
I got you. Well, so, wow. So that's deep. So talk to me about like after the military. So you get done with the military or what happened after that?
Well, man, I did 4 years in the military. I got out only because my mom, she got real bad sick.
Okay.
And I'm the oldest out of 7.
Oh, wow. You got brothers, sisters?
I got 4 brothers and 2 sisters.
Okay.
You know, so I was the oldest out of 7. My 2 little sisters were still in high school. I had a little brother still in high school. You know, my mom was pretty much on her deathbed when I found out. So I told the military, look, I'm going home. Either y'all could, you know, discharge me or you can come get me after I go unauthorized, but I'm about to go to the crib because I'm getting worried that my mom's sick.
Gotcha.
So I came home, man. I went through that whole episode of my life, and you know, I seen a lot of stuff in the military that was shady, as far as being a black man. You know, because you know.
So what you mean? Because I never went to the military, man. I at the time I had braids when they were trying to recruit me. And I was like, I ain't cutting my hair. That's what saved me from going to the military.
Well, the reason, the main reason I went to the military is because I was working this job, man. I was working this job out of high school. I got in high school and I graduated and I was still working that job. And dude, my work ethics was so strong because that's the way my mom made me.
Right.
You know, my dad wasn't in my life like that.
Yeah,
my mama made me the man who I am today. You know what I'm saying? My dad get no credit for this right here. None. But my mama, dog, she put stuff in me that I thought I would never have to use. Why you slap me in the back of my head like that because I did this? Mm-hmm. Well, now I know why she slapped me in the back of my head because now I don't do that. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
But it came later on. So saying that, man, coming out the military, I went in because of this job I had, and I was wanting this promotion to where I would have my own store.
Gotcha. Oh, wow. We have a lot of similar stories.
Yeah. But they didn't. The boss or the owner of the business, he was like a dad to me, man. He took me under his wing, and man, he treated me like I was his own son. Cause my mom had moved to Murfreesboro. My brothers and sisters moved to Murfreesboro. I moved to Murfreesboro. But I was like, man, it's too country for me here. I'm going back to Knoxville. Mm-hmm. So I came back to Knoxville. I went to work there while I was still in high school. he helped me get my first car and everything. My mama thought I was selling drugs.
Oh, wow.
Cause I'm like, she's like, what you doing? How you getting a brand new car and all this? So she actually came from Murfreesboro just to meet my boss to make sure that I wasn't selling drugs. Wow. So after she got everything clear and knew that I was straight, I was doing my thing over here, dude. I was the first black dude that the company ever hired.
Wow, what? That's crazy. It's
Coastal Supply Company over in Knoxville off of Lee Street.
Wow, that's crazy.
But
that's
dude,
crazy.
when I worked there, dog.
So what year was this? You said the first black.
88.
Wow, so
yeah,
that's crazy because that's not that long ago.
But it's heating and air, man. It's a big old heating and air warehouse, and you worked in there.
Yeah.
And if you didn't want to work, hey, you ain't gonna go there. I wanted to work, man. I've never been. My mama again. She didn't raise lazy kids, dude.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? My mama was a grinder.
Yeah.
So monkey see, monkey do.
Yeah.
And that's all I know is the grind. And whatever I do, I grind. Whatever it is, it don't matter.
Yeah.
But that's because my mama put it in me. So when I got on that job, man, I was doing stuff, dude, that they ain't never seen before because I was grinding. I would empty a whole tractor trailer truck of insulation by myself while everybody else going to lunch.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? I would do a whole day's delivery in 3 hours that would take some other guys a whole day to do because I was grinding. I was trying to get it done so I could get back.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, he put me on the counter to go pull parts for these guys that will come in that are doing jobs and stuff. Dude, I will wait on 3 or 4 dudes at the same time. And then load their truck after I pull their stuff.
Wow.
I had dudes, it was like going to a restaurant when they came in there. To me, I just wait for Charles. Some of them will even tip me, dude.
Wow.
That's how I grind though on that job though. I take pride in it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, man, dude, I'm gonna get it in because I want the next level for me.
Yeah.
These mugs get lazy whenever the boss would come in. The mugs would scatter like roaches turning on the light. Man, I stand there. I'm like, man, I work, dude. I ain't tripping.
Right.
He know what I do.
Right.
If I'm standing around, I'm standing around because I want to stand around.
Yeah.
But if you tell me go find something to do, I go find me something to do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's how I was. And he told me when this promotion of this building came up, he told me, he said, man, you need to, Charles, you're not ready. You make more money than a lot of these people that's been working here for years as somebody your age, 19 years old, 20 years old. You're making too much money now. And I don't think you're responsible enough to go out there and do that. And I'm thinking in my head, dog, wow. I do all this stuff in this place. I do everything. Every job that goes on in this building, I can do.
Right.
Except for salesman. And if you put me at salesman, I'll bust that too.
Yeah, oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I said, okay, you want me to be mature? I'm going to go join the military. So I went to the Navy, man. Wow. And that's what pushed me to go into the military, to be mature.
Yeah.
I figured if these mugs can mold you to be, all you can be and be this man, get you up at 5:30. I was ready for all that. I knew the sacrifice I was going to make.
Yeah,
I knew I was going to have some crazy joker banging on garbage can tops at 2:00 in the morning, to get you up and to go and start your day. But I knew also, man, I was a weird person, dude. The way I thought, I was like a step ahead of them.
Yeah.
I knew they was going to get us up because it was 83 people in this group.
Wow.
83 people. So for us to get everything that we need to get done in a day, this is what time they got to get us up.
Yeah.
To get all the stuff that they got to take us to go do in a day.
Dang, see, I never even thought about it that way.
And that's what it was, man. When you first get there, they got to check you in to get your medical stuff, all your dent. Everybody, 83 dudes got to go to the dentist. 83 dudes got to go to the eye doctor. 83 dudes got to go pee in a cup. So how you going to do that getting up at 6:00 in the morning?
Can't.
It ain't happening, dude.
Nah, you can't.
It ain't. And then, and as boot camp went on, you got to sleep later and later because now we don't got to do all that stuff. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do.
But my mind, probably the first 3 days, I already was registered on why they getting us up this early.
So you done peep game already?
Yeah, I done peeped it. And then I already knew that, you know, you can, they going to yell and scream at you because they want to see how far you can go.
Yeah, oh yeah.
You know, once you go you can't go no more, they're going to leave you alone. Once I got that down, I will fake like I was going all the way. They walk on, leave me alone. I'm like, man, these suckers are suckers because I got them. I'm a step ahead.
Oh, wow.
Well, I had gotten so smooth with everything, dude, but I stayed in the cut because my recruiter told me, hey, look, man, let me tell you like this. As long as you stay out the way, don't let them know your name, you good. You'll breeze right through boot camp. So that's what I try to do.
Wow.
But me trying to do that, at the same time, they needed somebody to control the company when the petty officers weren't there. So I'm just laying in the cut. They done went through 3 dudes trying to find a leader for the company.
Gotcha. Okay.
So then, dog, here we go. Be a leader, not a follower. I'm sitting back in the cut. My last name is Robinson. I'm a R, so I'm way back here. You know, everybody in alphabetical order. So I got one on everybody because I'm way back here.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I'm staying out the way.
Right.
You know, them dudes with the A, B's, and C names, oh, they first to get picked for everything because they right there. Dog, well, y'all need to nominate somebody to be y'all RCPO. Well, I nominate Robinson. What else? 5 Robinsons in the group. So I already knew they went. I was like, well, they ain't talking about me because I'm laying low. Then somebody said, yeah, I nominate Tennessee Robinson too. I said, what? Tennessee Robinson? Oh, no, man, it's just one of them. That's me. So when they said Tennessee Robinson, I was like, all right, okay, I'll play this little game. My mama told me to be a leader, not a follower. So, 83 dudes I'm in charge of when the company commander's on around.
Yeah.
I'm taking them to breakfast. I'm getting them ready, taking them to lunch. I'm getting them ready, taking them to dinner. I'm doing this. I'm making sure everybody taking showers. I'm making sure everybody in the bed. These 83 grown men, dude.
Wow.
I'm in control of.
Well, how old are you at this time?
Now? Oh, then?
Yeah.
I was 21.
Wow. Okay.
I went in the Navy when I was 21, man.
Wow.
But I did 4 years in the Navy, man, to become mature. But when I got out, dude, I had learned more how to use my brain than to do physical work. So I went back to that job. But they have a thing in the
what, heating and air?
Nah, they have a thing in the what's the word I'm looking for? Well, I say it like this: if you working at a company and you join the military, and if you left that company to join the military,
it's military leave, I think, ain't it?
No, the military leave is when you're in the military and you want to go home.
What is that? We had a guy on that, but I know exactly what you're talking about.
But yeah, you can come back and get your job. They have to give you your job back.
What do they call that?
But I can't think of it now.
I can't either. But yeah.
But I went back to that job. They gave me my job right back, man. I got back into that stuff, and I just like, you know what? This ain't me no more.
Wow.
I'm ready to use this right here. So I tried some other things. I got into insurance. I started working at this insurance company, Travelers Insurance Company, as a bonder closer. When they closing on insurance policies and homes, cars, they have to have a bonder that give you everything that they get that covers and all that stuff. Well, I will put all that together.
Gotcha.
Dog, I was doing that job. I went to go get a raise. Well, I went and walked in and asked for a raise. I'm like, look, man, can I get a raise? Dude said no. So I said, what I do? You can't give me a raise. So I quit. Dude, when I quit, I came back probably 3 or 4 months later just to, just holler at the people, my old friends and stuff was there.
Yeah.
Dog, they had hired 8 girls to do the job I was doing by myself. Wow. They had to make a team to do what I was doing.
Wow.
But that's how I grinded then.
Yeah.
You know, that's how I did it, man. When I went hard.
Oh yeah.
So, I left that job and then I was like, look, man, I saw one of my homeboys on the street and he was leaning up against a Cadillac. I'm like, dog, that's your caddy? He's like, yeah, man. I was like, man, what you do? He's like, I cut hair. So I was like, cut hair? And, me and him went to school together and he wasn't the smartest cat in the group. So I was like, well, if he can cut hair, then I know I'm 10 times smarter than him.
Yeah.
I'm about to go cut hair. I already knew how to cut hair because I had 4 brothers who hair cut. I had 7 or 6 uncles who hair cut. Then I cut all my friends in the neighborhood and stuff hair way before I went to the Navy. I started cutting hair when I was 12.
Wow.
So I already knew how to cut hair. You know, so I was like, okay, I'm about to go to barber school. But if I go to barber school, I want to learn how to cut everything. They can't put a black man in my chair because I know how to cut black men hair. I don't want to do that.
Right.
And so I went to barber school, man. I started learning I learned how to do everything, dog.
Wow.
Everything.
Wow.
You know, and then that led me to here.
So that's when you became the Frank Lucas, is the name we're looking for.
Frank Lucas, baby. Yeah.
So that's what's up. So from barber school, you went straight into your own. You went straight on your own, or did you work in the shop? Or?
And when I left barber school, I went to go work for this one cat because he did women hair.
Okay.
And he was a beast at it.
Okay.
In my mind, I was like, I want to get tight with that because women pay to have a joke.
Oh, you gotta have it
in the heads, you know, especially if you're a man and he's halfway good looking.
Exactly.
They're gonna tip you real good. So that was my theory.
Yeah. Not to mention all the other perks. I don't know if you were married at this time.
Yeah. No, I wouldn't.
Yeah. Okay.
So it didn't work out with me and him. I didn't even unpack my stuff with that dude, man. Because when I went into the shop, I was like, man, where am I sitting up at? He's like, you gotta go get the station out the back and clean it up and everything. I said, what? Man, I just picked my stuff and turned around and walked out, man. So then I went to this other shop where the dude, he used to cut my hair when I was a kid.
Okay.
When he was in barber school, old head.
Yeah.
You know, but when he was my age at the time when he was in barber school.
Yeah.
You know, so I remember him bringing his barber school box and sitting it in the chair in the kitchen and cutting her hair in the kitchen and stuff. So I went and worked for him. Well, I'm working for him. I'm grinding because that's who I am.
Yeah.
I'm asking them, can I open on Mondays? Because I'm trying to get it in. He telling me my booth rent gonna be $225, and he's like, he want his booth rent at the end of the week. I'm like, man, am I gonna make that kind of money in my first week here? He said, yeah, you'll make it. So I said, well, can I open on Mondays? He said, yeah, you can open on Monday. So I said, cool. So I open on Mondays, and every day I would give him $25. I give him $50. So on that Saturday, all I had in my mind was I'm going to pay him $25 after my Saturday because Saturday going to be easier day. But I'm going to go ahead and sacrifice the rest of this money I'm making during the week to give to him.
Gotcha.
You know, he said I'm going to make it, then I'm going to grind it.
Yeah.
So that Saturday came, dog. This mug, it was so busy in there. He's sitting there leaning on people talking about, you know, he talking and hands on his hip, person in the chair with the cape on and all this. I'm over there like this. You know, I'm like, oh, him $25 and I'm trying to get my money. So I'm doing that. At the end of the day, I just owe him $25. Man, I had a wad of money in my pocket so big, I had to wiggle my pocket just to get it out. I pulled out a wad like that and peeled him off $25. This mother gonna tell me 60-40, man. I said, 60-40? He said, yeah, it's 60-40 on Saturdays. I said, oh, you tripping, dog. He said, you know what? I ain't even going to argue with you. Just give me my key and you just go ahead and get out. I said, dog, you know, my mama turning over in her grave right now because you grew up cutting our hair. We grew up with you cutting our hair. You know me. I said, man, I can't believe you doing me like this. And I rolled out. I went home, I boo-hooed, I cried, and I was just like, God, okay, look, I need to put food on my table for me and my son. I don't know what else to do. And then boom, there was this woman in church.
So you had a son at the time?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
okay.
I was playing single dad at the time too. So
okay.
So then you know Jacob Carter.
Yeah.
His mama, we went to church together. His mama will always tell me while I was in barber school, Charles, you need to go to Alcoa. I was like, man, I ain't going all the way out there.
So what year was this?
This was, it was 98.
Okay.
Yeah, Charles, you need to go to Alcoa. You need to go. I'm like, man, I'm not going out there, Mr. Carter. I don't want to go all the way out there. Charles, they don't have a barber out there. They need you out there. Go out there. I'm like, nah. So that came back to me. I start connecting the dots to get Miss Carter's number. I got Miss Carter's number. I told Miss Carter, I said, look, I think I need to go Alcoa. You think that woman still need a barber down there? She said, call her. I'll give you her number. She gave me her number. You remember Jason Davis?
Yeah.
His mama, Miss Davis, Alma Davis.
Wow.
Rest in peace. Wow. She just passed away not too long ago.
Wow.
But Miss Davis, I called her. I told her, you know, is she looking for a barber? She said, yeah. I asked her, when can I start? She said, how soon can you start? I said, I can start today if you want me to. She said, well, come tomorrow and I have your station and stuff set up. I said, okay, cool. And she set me up in here.
Wow.
Remember, this used to be a little waiting area?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, because now
I'm remember backwards. That panel right there?
Yeah,
that paneling all up in here?
Yeah.
So she set me up in here.
Yeah, because you used to be right by the window right there. Yeah.
She set me up in here for my shop. And I started, I didn't even cut hair my first 6 months. It took me 6 months to get a haircut because the barbers that had came through our core had corrupted the trust so bad as a barber that they just stayed with the shade trees because they knew the shade trees were going to be there when they said it was going to be there.
Yeah, because I remember we went to Prigmore.
I know you heard that Prigmore.
Name. Yeah, and I didn't mean to disrespect him. He was an entrepreneur, but he was more of a side hustle. Side hustle type deal. But my granddad used to take me down there, and I used to say, hey, I was like, he don't do the bowl cut. You remember?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But he was good man. You know, my granddad loved how he chopped him up. But yeah, anyways. So yeah.
But that's, so when I got here, man, I had to earn the people's trust. And I was like, how am I going to earn these people's trust? So I remember them cards I used to do every 5th haircut free.
I do remember that.
I used to do those every 5th haircut free cards. And then I would give cards. I would give a free haircut card to all the women to give to their boyfriend or their husband. Because I knew if I got them in my chair, I could win them over. But I had to earn their trust. But in the meantime, man, I did manicures and pedicures and roller sets.
Wow.
I survived off the female that were in here waiting to get their hair shampooed or waiting to do something. Man, I was doing what I was like, these women around here they work in factories. Yeah. They on their feet all day. So if I can get them a pedicure, the pedicure can suck. But if my massage part is immaculate, I'm gonna make some money.
Yes, sir.
and it worked. And I will make $100 for 12 o'clock doing a basic pedicure. No polish or nothing. Wow. And half the time they have the toes and stuff fixed up because they didn't want me looking at no messed up feet anyway.
Yeah.
So I really didn't have that much work to do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's what I did. And then it had gotten to a point to where I would have a pedicure over here, and I set up a cutting station on the other side, and I would just have them soak it, and I would cut. While they was cutting, I would be soaking. And then it had gotten to a point to where I had so many haircuts. Now, I had some over here in the pedicure, I forget about them. By the time I remember they're over here, the feet raised up, all wrinkled from sitting in the water for so long. They in here sleep. You know what I'm saying? So, I was like, okay, it's time for me to let them pedicures go because I'm building enough hair to cut to where, I can survive now.
Wow.
Yeah,
I didn't know that, man. That is a sign of a hustler. That's what's up. So, the dreads. Did you have dreads when you came over here?
Yeah.
So when did you start twisting? Like people in the shop?
I started twisting. JJ Thornton was my first person.
He was, cause I remember he had that silver lack.
Yep.
And he worked at the plant. And I remember he came through on them things beating, and he got out and then was swinging.
JJ Thornton was my first person that I did dreads on. And
wow.
You know what, man? I started off doing dreads. I charged $10.
What?
I charged $10 for that. But it seemed like as I grew and the more I did them, it was the whole dreadlock thing, man, it's a God-given gift.
Yeah, no doubt.
Period.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't take any credit for the dreadlock knowledge that I have because I've never been on YouTube. I've never been in a book. I've never watched a video. I've never been to a class. I've never been to a seminar. I've never been to a hair show. I've never done anything to connect me what I know with dreads outside of God, man. Nothing.
Wow.
And it's all been a God-given gift for me. I mean, I can look at somebody's hair now, and I can tell you I can show you a picture of how their hair is going to be before I even do it. If somebody's head come in jacked up and just all messed up. I had a dude today head come in. I told him, I said, dog, I'm going to tell you right now, if you went somewhere else to get your dreads fixed, they would have gave you my number because they wouldn't know what they've done with this. I promise you that.
Wow.
But because it was just automatic to me, I knew what to do.
Yeah.
So it's I've always give God the credit for the whole dreadlock thing because, $10. I had $10 knowledge then. You know, now the knowledge I have now, man, I charge anywhere from $80 to $700 for dreads now.
Wow.
You know, and depending on, you know, how long your hair is, it can go up as high as $1,000.
Wow.
But I can guarantee you lock the same day. You know, if you walk out of my shop, you can go jump in the swimming pool and your hair's not coming down. If I say your hair's guaranteed lock, it's guaranteed lock. You can go test me. And a lot of times what I'll do is when I guarantee lock it, I'll take and I'll wet them at the shampoo bowl after I lock it to prove to them that it ain't coming down.
Wow.
You know, but that all that came from, man, it's all spiritual knowledge, dog. I can't take no credit for that. None. God-given talent, period.
Yeah.
Hands down. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
you know, that whole thing, man, that whole dreadlock thing, man, I can talk about it all day. You know, I love dreads. You know, I'm actually trying to get into Steve Harvey's camp now.
Talk to me about that, because I remember we were kind of chopping it up the other day, and you were saying you wanted to get into public speaking and helping the kids and barbers school and stuff like that. So.
Well, you know, I'm an instructor.
Okay.
As well.
Oh, so you instruct now?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
That's what's up.
I'm a barber instructor.
That's what's up.
So
you just busy all the time.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
You just always on the go.
So I do a symposium every year for the University of Tennessee.
Oh, okay.
And this is where all the instructors in Tennessee, they have to go to one of the symposiums every year to keep their instructor hours validated. You know, so I do that, and that's you know, it's public speaking because it depends on the class that I'm teaching.
Right.
You know, I still got to talk to all these adults and keep them entertained and, you know, keep them captured, because adults are just as bad as high school kids, man. They'll get to talking when you talking and texting when you trying to talk and all that stuff, you know, and then they fail to realize that now you tripping, doing stuff that you tell your students not to do. You know what I'm saying? So my whole mindset be like, I got to treat them before they treat me.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, you know, that whole public speaking thing, man, it's just, I'm an encourager. And, you know, and I speak right here behind this chair every day. You know, when I got a shop full of people and I'm talking to, you know, a kid, or I'm talking to all these cats in here that's coming in here smelling crazy and pants sagging and all that stuff, I got stories to tell for all of that. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, that's something that's in me to where I want to encourage the kids that are trying to get into this industry, you know, that you can be successful in it. But, you know, you have to know the secrets and you have to know what it takes. And I'm willing to educate them on, yeah, you can be successful, but if you really want this is what you got to do. You know what I'm saying? Because there's no one in the industry really going around and spreading this knowledge to these kids like this. No. You know, and I'm not just saying kids like teenagers, but I'm just saying adults, period, man. Right. You know, I can talk like that because I'm 50 now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You're a grown man for sure.
So everybody in their 30s and in their 20s and in their 40s, I can educate them on this game right here because I got a clientele. They trying to get where I am. You know what I'm saying? And I'm willing to teach it. I'm willing to tell you what it takes. You know what I'm saying? But I don't think there's really enough instructors or enough people that's experienced enough to go around and share this knowledge, or willing to share this knowledge, or know how to share this knowledge. Right. I know how. And, you know, my whole thing with the whole public speaking is just something that, man, I listen to a lot of motivational speakers, man.
What?
You know, and Les Brown had said something. He said he was sitting down and he was listening to somebody. And he asked the dude sitting next to him, hey, man, how much he get paid for speaking like that or for doing this? Dude told him $5,000. He said, oh, I can do this. And then I remember another time he was giving a speech and he was saying that they pay him $410,000 for one speech.
Wow.
So I'm like, man, I'll take half of that. But I said, shoot, I got $410,000 worth of talking in me. Give me $410,000 and let me show you what I can talk about. I have you ready to do like Steve Harvey said, jump.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
The parachute will open. He said it ain't that you ain't gonna hit a rock or two,
man,
or, you know, break a few bumps, but it's gonna open.
And that's my dude, man. Steve Harvey is my dude because, you know, it's stuff that he said that bring tears to my eyes because I can relate to him. You know what I mean? And one thing that he said that always stuck with me, man, that just really just that really just, you know, it pierced something in me and it put a fire in me. And I thought I was wanting to do one thing connected to him, but really it's for that boys camp. And then he said, you know, everybody have a gifting. You know, everybody got a gift. If you good at making pies, then make pies. You know, Marie Callender. He told me he talked about the Marie Callender story where she was good at making pies. You know, Colonel Sanders made that chicken, man, and you know he was good at frying chicken. You know, he talked about his barber, man, that he hooked up.
Yeah, said he gave him a severance package, man.
Dog, I'm like, man,
that's
if I
crazy.
had this, I wish I did have a Steve Harvey client. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he said he gave him what did he say? He said his first haircut was $10, and he said he was giving him like, I want to say $1,200 a cut.
Man, dude,
for years.
All I know, he was giving that joker $6,000 a week for cutting his hair.
Okay, so yeah, that's about right then.
Yeah,
that's about
you know
right.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you know, and that just I like Steve Harvey because he real. The dude crazy, but he real.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And when he said you got a gift, and God gives everybody a gift, man. And I was like, man, this dreadlock thing is my gifting.
It is definitely.
You know,
and
I said, man, I wanna use it. You know, I want to use it on another level.
Yeah.
I said, man, I want to use it on another level than what I'm using. So I heard that story that he was talking about on one of his videos on how he had prayed to God for some land to where he can fish on it and not get ran off.
Yeah, I heard that one too.
Yeah, but then he prayed and he saved up some money for that land. But then the land that he thought he was going to have, God had him that land and then some. And it's that property that he got in Texas where it's got 3 ponds on it, and it's 16 acres. Wow. So he thought that was going to be, where he chilled and settled down at. Well, he said God had a totally different thing planned out for him in that property. And he built that property to where he bring in 1,000 boys and their mamas, the single moms on that property to that camp. You know what I'm saying? And when I heard that, I was like, man, that's my gifting. That's my next thing right there. Is what I want to do. Is I know it's 1,000 kids, but I know at least 100 of them mugs walking around here with dreads on their heads. I know Steve Harvey ain't down with dreads because he old school.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, hairstyles.
Yeah, but at the same time, you don't have to cut your dreads. I got doctors with dreads. I got police officers with dreads. I got attorneys with dreads. I got school teachers with dreads. I got post people that work at the post office with dreads, man. But it's how they carry them. Yeah. You just saw a girl leave here that worked for the post office that had dreads.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, my thing is I want to be a part of that camp where I can fix those boys' dreads and encourage them to maintain them. Or cut them off if you ain't gonna maintain them. Right. Because when my police officer client was going through she was going to be a U.S. Marshal. She had dreads at the time. When she was going through the whole U.S. Marshal thing, the 10 most wanted in the United States were black dudes with dreads.
That's funny.
And all of them were in the game. So. He being sarcastic with her, and he telling her, "Are you in the game?" Because she got dreads. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But my whole thing is, if you look at them cats with them dreads, they not maintained, man. They not groomed. They're not manicured.
Yeah.
So of course they gonna look totally different than an attorney. They gonna look totally different than a doctor's dreads.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that kid and somebody was just talking about this kid in Texas, man.
Couldn't graduate. I was gonna ask you about that.
But dog, his head. When I saw a picture of his head,
I haven't seen a picture of his head.
The picture that I seen of his head was a mess, dude, with a lineup. It was a mess with the lineup.
So you still think that's a reason though not to let him walk?
Dog, look, if you gonna wear those things, being already 2, 1, you're black, 2. You're a male, that's already against you.
I get that.
So you walking around here with your head looking like this, that's 3. Because I'm going to tell you like this, dude. White folk don't know what dreads are. The white man think that their dreads are braids.
Or vice, yeah, exactly, yeah.
They think that my clients' dreads are braids.
Cornrows, yeah.
When they come to their job and they look at their hair after they don't come from here, they ask him, how long did it take for him to do that? How long does it take for him to take all that down and braid it back? Because they don't know.
Right.
And the only thing that the white men know about dreads is these jokers that walk around with their pants hanging past their butt and these things not groomed on their head. You got this much afro and then these dreads hanging off of it. And then you might go get a lineup and they don't know what a lineup is. They don't know when we're groomed. That might look groomed to some adults, even though their dreads are a mess. But really, dude, you half stepping and you asking for it.
And so and I get that as a grown man, right? But we talking about a 16, 17-year-old, 18-year-old kid that's still in high school. You still think that the hammer should be dropped on somebody for their hairstyle? Hey, I'll give you an example. So I graduated with all whites. I think it was like 3 blacks in our graduating class, if that many. And there was some white dudes came, their hair was looking raggedy, all scruffy, and, you know, probably they smelt bad. You know what I'm saying? They didn't say you can't walk. So, I mean, I'm saying a kid. I get a grown man to get a job.
My thing is that kid's mama and daddy.
I had to get the headphones out.
That's my thing.
Yeah, well, you said it there. You just answered my question.
That's my thing. But at the same time, dude, this is me. If I was in Texas and that was going on, that was on the news and all that, I would have found that kid and said, look, man, come on. Let me do your head. Wow. Get you right. Improve and show them. Because if I do your hair, tighten it down, put it up in a bun, and tell them that your hair is cut, they will never know.
Wow. So you said something there because nobody offered that, or at least from what I know, from what I read.
They would never know, dude.
Yeah.
But they uneducated. And everybody that look like that is negative. 99.9% of the time.
Yeah.
When a black kid walk around with his head like that.
They think thug life, criminal. Pants sagging,
or down the road. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
why even put yourself through that or your kid through that?
Right.
And that's my thing, dude. You look, I'm telling you right now, the last thing I am is an Uncle Tom.
Oh yeah, that's not
you know what I'm saying?
That's not what I'm saying.
And the last thing I am is a sellout because ignorant black people, from me saying stuff like this, they would think that.
No, that's not.
Oh, dude, you got some petty jokers now.
Trust me, I know that.
You already know.
I'm saying this love over here. I'm just curious. Because,
yeah, but I'm just saying.
Yeah.
You know, but we got to learn. I'm old school.
Yeah.
You know, my kids. Hey, I ain't playing that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? My daughter have dreads. Her dreads got to be on point at all times, and not just because I'm her dad and I do that for a living. When Charlie had dreads. Same way, dude. We not walking around here raggedy, dog. This is how serious I am about this. You know, when I have a mama come through my door with her son, and his pants are sagging, and she want me to put dreads on him, I turn her away because it ain't even that crucial. Because I know what I'm about to create if I put dreads on that boy's head.
Yeah, that's deep.
I know.
That's deep.
If I can ask the mama what kind of grades he making in school, oh no, I can't do that to you. I'm not. If this is extra. Me putting dreads on your son's head is extra. He don't have to have that. He's not gonna die. Your job is to put food in his mouth, clothes on his back, shoes on his feet, and a roof over his head, mama. That's all you gotta do. You're not obligated to put dreads on him. You ain't obligated to give him what he want as far as that goes. That I give him a Shaolin Temple. I give him an avatar and cut an arrow on the top of his head, but that's about as he can get from me if he can't pull his pants up, if he ain't making A's and B's in school.
Wow.
I've had kids even make an agreement with me. Hey, look, I put these dreads on you, but if your grades drop to a C and you making A's and B's now, your mama gonna bring you in here. She gonna nod her head to me, and I'm cutting you straight down the middle. I don't even care. Because I know how them dreads do something to these kids, man. It's crazy.
Well, it gets you a stardom. Like you become basically celebrity status. Like you get the perks of being a celebrity with them. I've had long hair before. It works.
I mean, and then I can understand us wanting to go natural and go back to our roots.
Yeah, yeah.
But at the same time, man, you in the United States. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you gotta.
You ain't in Jamaica.
Hey, man.
You ain't over there. You got running water.
Right.
Dude, you think you want to be in Jamaica? You think you want to be a roster? Go try to live that life, because I done been over there, and I see how they live. I did a missus trip over there.
Yeah, you right.
Them folk live rough.
Yeah.
That's why they call dreadlocks, but we come over here trying to call them locks. No. If you going to wear them, then pronounce the whole word.
Yeah, I know, right?
You ain't half-stepping. Now you want to use half the word? The whole word is dreadlocks, not just locks. Nah, where's the rest of it? Rock it. Wear it. You know?
Yeah.
Don't try to, man, I had dreads for 17 years.
Oh, yeah.
17 years I had them. And it wasn't nothing spiritual about them. It was my job. It was advertising.
Yeah, you were promoting. Yeah.
We in America, man. How these mothers come here? Well, I don't like a lot of people in my hair. Well, man, you can leave, dude, because I don't have to touch your hair.
Right.
Dude, you try to live this roster stuff. I done seen some real rosters, and I done talked to some real rosters. You don't want that.
Oh, yeah, no doubt.
You don't want that because you couldn't handle it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So all this lock stuff and, locks, my locks, man, bump that, dude.
Yeah.
You know, if you want me to twist your head, I'll twist your dreads, I'll twist your dreadlocks, I'll twist your twisties, whatever you want to do. It's hair to me.
Yeah.
You know, just call it hair if you're going to try to be super spiritual political with it by calling them locks. You know, can you twist my hair? I know what you're talking about. Leave it at that.
Yeah, no doubt. So, I remember a time I was coming in here, man. You handed me a CD.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, man. You still do music?
You know, that was a season.
That was a season?
That was a season, man. And you know, if that was really a education thing. I guess for knowledge for who I am and what I am, and you know, the person that God had created me to be, because I wasn't into music like that, dude. That was that too was a calling from God. Because I could write a song in a day and have it memorized to perform it or minister it, you know, that next weekend.
So you were doing gospel, what they call gospel rap.
I call it urban gospel.
Okay.
Because I was a kid from the hood and I was a Christian.
Okay.
You know, so I call it urban gospel. You know, a lot of people call it gospel rap or holy hip hop, and that just contradicted myself. That was contradiction to me, because when you say gospel, when you hear that word gospel, first thing you think of is church.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
First thing, yeah.
Gospel, you think Jesus, you think Christian, you think God. But then if you separate and say rap, first thing you think of is your favorite rapper that's not a Christian.
Yeah, I think of Jesus.
You know what I'm saying? So how can you put gospel rap together? Them two words don't even mesh if you separate them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
because if you say Holy Spirit, when you think holy and you think spirit, you think the same thing.
Yeah, exactly.
You say Holy Ghost, you think the same thing. But when you say holy hip hop and you separate them two words, holy, and you marinate on it, God, Jesus, church, Lord, you know, then you say hip hop, you think.
I had a lot of thoughts.
And they ain't none of them holy. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly.
So that's why I said, man, I can't, when I would go do stuff, you know, and I would call it minister, because if you took my words from my songs and you just read them, you could hear it, you could read a message.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It made sense. It was a story.
Yeah.
It was something that you could relate to as a Christian, as a newborn Christian, as an old Christian. And the thing about Christian gospel music, man, it never dies.
Oh, no.
Weezy's best song is gone now. Wee. That song, man, is dead. And that was one of the hottest songs on the radio. It's dead, though.
Yeah.
But Amazing Grace,
forever.
when the last time you heard it? Within, if you've been to church, if you've been somewhere, at least within a month.
Yeah.
And how long that song been around, dog?
Before I was here.
Before I was here?
Yeah, and after I'm gone, it's going to be here.
Hey, have you ever heard it on the radio?
No.
Me neither.
No, I haven't.
But you know it.
Yeah, I know every word of it.
Some way, somehow, you know that thing.
By heart.
But that's the gospel,
I could
dude.
mess around and play it if I sat there and messed with it.
That's the gospel, dog.
Wow.
That's what I'm saying. And people don't think like that, how powerful gospel music is. But when you go with gospel rap, it ain't got no power in it.
Well, it's funny you say that too, because I've never been able to listen to gospel rap. Like, I can't listen to it because I can't, like you said, I guess it's subliminal. Like, that don't match. That's not, you can't be gangster for the Lord, can you?
And they got gospel gangsters.
I know they do.
That are rappers.
They got a lot of stuff nowadays that I'm confused about, like, that's for the Lord.
Yeah.
So
it is what it is, man. My music, when I was doing that music, my ministry name was the Millennium Disciple.
Oh, nice.
And I spelled it wrong. MILLINIUM DICIPLE. I didn't spell it right. And the reason I spelled it like that is because I was trying to make a point that I'm in this world, but I don't have to spell my name the way the world spells it. Because when you're a Christian, they say that you're in this world, but you're not of this world. So when I put out Millennium Disciple, that's who I was, because I knew that if people saw me on the street and didn't come up to me, they wouldn't think that I was a Christian. They wouldn't think that I was saved. They wouldn't, because I had those dreads. But dog, I love when I got up on that stage, I made people cry. I made people come to the Lord. I got people saved. Wow. But so that whole thing, man, was, I don't want you to look at me without knowing me, because that's how they do.
Oh yeah.
They look at us and judge us without knowing us. Dude, I went to Lee's Chicken today, and there's this little old white woman getting her dinner or putting her order, and the girl said it's $15. Man, something just said pay for it, so I just took $20 out and I just paid for it. You know what I mean? And she looked like she called me the N-word in a minute. But I'm like, but they need to experience that all of us ain't thugs.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no.
There are some, all black dudes ain't trying to take your purse or trying to jump line. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I paid for it, and I guess I did it so fast the little old woman was still digging in the purse. So the girl said, he paid for your meal. She's like, who? And she said, him. And she said, you? And I said, yes, ma'am, I paid for it. And she was like, start telling me about how God healed her from her cancer and stuff, man, and how she was in the hospital. She just opened up and just started talking to me about the Lord, dude. Just like that.
Well, she then saw God, because see, a lot of people, you look like, say she might call it the N-word. A lot of them look at us because they want to love you, but like we talked about earlier, the perception is bad. You see the dreadlocks with the sagging pants, the thug. Like, I walked around here for years with my pants to my ankles, loud music, smelling like a fool, talking reckless, and people looking like this idiot. You know what I'm saying? Now I walk around, now they still confused, like, is he still crazy? Is he still this? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's just the perception that we've given off for so long. Could be our upbringing, could be just our generation, could be that gangster music, could be a lot of stuff. But I think when you did that, she's like, oh, dang. God's there. So then she's able to communicate. But everybody's not going to get that experience.
No. And you know what that woman said, man? She said, there needs to be more people like you in this world.
Exactly. And that's what I was trying to say. It's funny you say that.
You know what I'm saying? And I was like, I know. She said, I don't know what this world's coming to. I said, this world coming to an end, ma'am. She said, you right about that, sir. You right about that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But, man, yeah, that music, man, if somebody, I actually got one of my homeboys, he putting together a youth thing in April. And he called me and asked me would I pull Millennium Disciple off the shelf for him.
Hey, you might as well.
I said, yeah, man, that's God's thing. I'm not gonna run away from God's thing.
Yeah, you might as well put it
I might have to pull lip sync show for you, but you know everybody doing that now.
Yeah. Milli Vanilli be shining these days.
Yeah,
huh?
yeah, for real.
Yeah. So, if you could, a young kid trying to find his way right now, if you could give him some advice, or let me break it down a little easier. Let's say you got somebody working a job that they hate every day, and they're on the fence, you know, whether I should jump in full time, jump in, do this, do that. Man, what advice would you give somebody, you know, wanting to chase their passion? It doesn't matter what their passion is.
Man, I tell you like this, cause I got a homeboy that's actually in that situation right now, and he calls me every other morning, and his words are, "Man, I need some motivation."
Okay.
Whenever he on that thing of, whenever he on the edge and don't want to jump the Steve Harvey jump, but he want to jump the suicide jump. You know what I mean?
That's a different jump. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. He called me and said, "Man, I need some motivation." And you know what I would tell him is that right now, you know, where he is fuel for his train. You know, because for that train to take you somewhere, it has to have fuel. You know, but your train, if it has a destination, how you going to get to that destination if you don't have fuel for it?
You can't.
And if your fuel for your destination is your job, then you change it from being an everyday job. Change it from being frustration. Change it from being a headache. Change it to being a way out.
Wow.
But my destination, what's your destination? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You can't just be on this train and just be rolling. Because if you on this train to just be rolling, you only got so much track. You only have so much track. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Either you gonna run into one of them dead end spots, or you just gonna end up going back around again.
And that's terrible.
You know what I'm saying? And it's a lot of track where it can take you some years to go all the way around all that track. You know what I mean? So if you don't have a destination, man, then you just gonna be on the train rolling, and you're gonna get frustrated because now you passing the same trees, you passing the same pasture, you passing all this foolishness. You riding on the train with the same people. Now you tired of looking at them. Wow. You getting on my nerves, man. I'm tired. I'm ready to get off this train. Wow. But where's your stop? Where's your destination to where you can get off and get away from them? Damn. If you don't have no destination, which your destination is your dream, what you want out of life, what you want to do. This is your dream. This podcast thing is your dream.
Yeah.
You know, but at the same time, what's your train? So that you can go and buy this microphone, so that you can upgrade to a better camera. You gotta be on the train. You gotta have a train to take you there, which is your job, which is your occupation, which is what pays your bills, puts food in your mouth, clothes on your back, shoes. You know, that's your train. That's our train.
Wow.
Like this barbershop dude, this business is my train. But my destination is way bigger than this. I'm an entrepreneur, man. I got big dreams. I got big things that I want to do. But I can't do it broke. I can't do it sitting at the crib playing video games.
You sure can't.
You know what I'm saying? I can't do it just sitting around, you know, smoking with my boys.
What you said.
I can't do it like that. I got to get on the train that can carry me to my destination. I got to get a job that can get me money to help me get where I want to go. Dang. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's what I tell him every time he calls me, say I need some motivation. I said, dog, don't forget, dude. That job is just a train, man.
Yeah.
You gotta have money to do this training that you're trying to do these courses online. If you jump off the train, if you quit this job right now, what's going to happen? Your destination is over. Now you're standing on the side waiting for another train to come so you can get back moving.
Wow.
or you gonna stand on the side, just suffering, starving, getting sunburned, sitting in the sun, ain't got no shade, cause the train done stopped and dropped you off in the middle of the daggone desert.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? So my thing is, if your job suck, man, whatever your goal is in life, like I was telling the kid today, man, every time he come in here, I ask him, I said, man, so what you want to be? Man, I'm going to be a producer. He tell me that every time. So I say, so let me hear a beat. Ask him that every time. He still ain't got me no beat. I said, dog, how you going to be a producer? You don't even have me a beat. And every time I ask you this, you never have a beat.
Yeah, you got to be able to pull your phone out, hit play.
Something. I said, man, technology too easy for you to not to have a beat when I say you want to be a producer. I said, look, I'm going to tell you like this. You don't have to be great to get started. But you do have to get started to be great, son.
Man, please say that. Please say that again. Please say that again.
You don't have to be great to get started. But you do have to get started to be great. I said, dog, you done had 20 jobs from Taco Bell. You done had 20 checks from Taco Bell, and you ain't even bought one computer yet. You ain't trying to be no producer. Because you ain't even got started. And all you got to do is take that first step and get started.
That's it.
And I'm going to push you every time. You know what I'm saying? So my whole thing, man, is these young cats, dude, it's our job, the older generation, you, cats that's been around and stuff. It's our job to ask these kids, ask these young dudes, man, what you want to be when you my age? Mm-hmm. Where do you want to be when you my age? If they don't have a dream, you can't fuel it. And then that's when you need to educate them, dog. If you own a train that ain't moving, guess what? Pretty soon you're going to the scrap yard.
Yeah.
Because the train is a piece of junk if it ain't moving. And that thing's on the track for no reason. So guess what we're going to do with it? We're going to send it to the scrap yard. You know what the scrap yard is? Jail. Penitentiary. Prison. Juvenile.
Or the grave.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So, son, you need to find you a train, a job to get your locomotive going, to get something rolling.
Yeah.
And once you get a job and see some money coming in, now you might get hungry for a passion for something else. Now you got a train rolling, you got fuel rolling to take you to your destiny. To your destination. Wow. Now you got your train moving to take you to your destination.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It all goes back to what you said, though. I mean, if you own the train, like you said, he got 20 checks, then dropped $1 into himself, didn't invest in himself. So, I mean, a lot of it's investing in yourself. I remember when I first got out of school, I bought this mic that we're talking on, bought computers, bought keyboards, bought a lot of stuff. Working 2-3 jobs, man, but I was throwing it all into it. At the time, I didn't know I was going to be doing a podcast. Who knew that? I thought I was going to be this great MC, making all this money, you know. Who knew that one day I'd be like, man, I should do a podcast. And boom, now I got tangible stuff that I work for that's on my train that I can pull out my bag and put to use, you know what I'm saying? So like you said, you got to get started, because if you don't get started, I think it was Steve Harvey that said this. You ever seen a guy on the side of the road broke down? And he's sitting there just waiting on the phone talking. Everybody just passes him by. But the same guy, if he's out pushing the car, you know, pushing it down the road, somebody says, hey, you need some help? Hey, you need something? You need something to get? You need what you need? You know, because they see him actually working towards something. They see him actually pushing.
I've done that myself.
Yeah.
See somebody pushing the car and pull over and jump out and help him push.
But if they sitting there on the phone, broke down, you like,
yeah, he good. Yeah. AAA on the way.
Yeah, so yeah, you got to get started, man. It's crazy. It's crazy you say that, but yeah, man, I won't hold you all night, man. I know you got a family to get to, but tell them where they can find you at.
Man, you can find me on Facebook, Charlie Robinson, or you can, Hair Force is the Barbershop. One word, Hair Force, HAIRFORCE. We're in Alcoa, Tennessee. You can find us on Instagram, or find me on Instagram. It's Shoja Locks, SHOIJALOCS. underscore Alcoa, ALCOA underscore TN. You know, and and then there's another page. It says it's Dread Braids for Days. DRAIDS BRAIDS the number 4 DAYS Dread Braids for Days. And you know that's or you know here at Alcoa, Tennessee, 345 Sanderson Street, 37701, and you know you want to call 865-681-0709 is the shop number. I don't do that whole using my cell phone for my business line, because once I leave here, it stays here. You know, I don't take business home. I don't take, if you call me about business on my cell phone, I'll block you. So, you know, that's just you know, I do what I do here. And then I got my family when I leave here. You know, my boy, Chad, I've been knowing him a long time, and I'm proud of him. He doing what he's doing, and you know, this is what it take, man. It take for you to take the step out, you know, and have faith in yourself to do something. And a lot of us, you know, we got great ideals, and we got, you know, stuff in us. And Les Brown said this: live full and die empty. And what he meant by that is, you know, a lot of us, especially black males, man, we take brilliance to the grave, man. Yeah. We take it to the grave with us, when we could leave a legacy here, you know. And I'm just proud of Chad that, you know, he trying to leave a legacy, and you know he's encouraging me to you know do my thing with, you know, my Facebook page, and you know I don't know if I want to do the podcast, because all this stuff look, you know.
Nah, your setup would be dope for it. I would get a mic though. Yeah. But other than that, you ready.
You know, I want to do that. You know, I want to do a thing, Clipper Talk with Charlie.
Yeah, I keep telling him that's gonna be hard. That's gonna be hard.
So we going Chad gonna he's putting something in me, but you know, I got so much in me. I gotta do one thing at a time.
Yeah, amen.
You know, and right now I'm on a mission with trying to get into that Steve Harvey camp, and you know, get a hold of them boys' heads with those dreadlocks, and just I don't want to charge. I don't want Steve Harvey to pay me nothing. You know, it's all me putting seed into those kids for God to bless me on the level and where He wants me to be for my next stage in life.
Real quick, top 5 rappers of all time in order. Real quick. I gotta know that. It's gotta be your favorites. I don't care about celebrity, fame, all that. Yeah, your
my favorite top 5.
Top 5, real quick. Got 5 minutes.
Millennium Disciple number 1.
That's what's up.
Tupac number 2.
Okay.
Busta Rhymes number 3.
Busta.
Man, that's probably it for me.
You don't got 4 and 5?
I don't know, man, because I'm tripping. My boy Luda.
So
now I'm done. And Luda, Busta Rhymes, I mean, just the stuff they say and the way that they put it together, man, people be slipping on them mugs, man.
Yeah, we
these
slept
metaphors
on
and similes, and for Busta Rhymes to rap that fast and you understand what he's saying,
yeah, it's crazy.
And you can hear what he's saying, man. That's a totally different world, man.
Yeah, it's crazy.
You know, so you know, them mine right there. You
That's
know,
what's up.
You know, I can't a 5. I don't know. I might say Snoop.
Snoop,
you know,
that's what's up.
I like Snoop too, but that 5 could be anybody.
Yeah,
really.
yeah, I can dig it.
You know, because I go deeper with you know, them dudes that rap, man. Besides just, I mean, the beats, the words, how they deliver it, how you can understand it, you can hear what they're saying, you can relate everything together.
Right.
Man, Jay-Z don't do it for me.
Me neither.
He don't be talking about nothing to me.
Me neither.
You know, all them up north dudes. There's really not a lot of them that's, you know.
I talk about that a lot on the podcast, man. I come from an era where you had to pick a side.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I didn't pick them, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I really appreciate you getting on the podcast, man. I really wanted to have you on because I know me looking at you as a young man, looking at you, I didn't have a father figure. I had my granddaddy, but ever since I know him, he been retired. You know, he taught me about working through chopping wood and running around, cutting grass for people and all that, but never showed me this, like what you established, man. And, you know, I know you hear it all the time, man, but you doing your thing, man. It's been up and established for a long time, man. You give people like me hope that it's possible to make your dream. I know you said this is your train now, but I know this had to start as your dream of, you know, and now it's your train. So, you know, I'm trying to turn my dream into my train and then keep it moving, man. So to have you on, it's been an honor, man, and I really appreciate you taking the time to chop it up with me. And man,
let me tell you this, though.
Yeah, talk to me.
I own this building, dog.
So after all that, and you own the building.
I own commercial property, dude.
Wow. In East Tennessee. To y'all that may not be from this area, that is huge. Huge.
And I got tenants.
Huge. Huge. And that's why I said, man, it's an honor to have you on, man, because like I said, you may not know it, but it's a lot of young brothers, man, looking up to you, man. And
I'm trying to be the next Nipsey Hussle, man, when it comes to
you doing your thing,
getting them buildings and putting our people in them,
yeah,
man.
and you doing your thing, man. And I appreciate you, man, because without this barbershop being here in the late 90s, man, I don't know that I would have even bought a microphone.
Man,
that's the honest to God truth. So, but yeah, on that note, please be sure to like, comment, subscribe if you're on YouTube. If you're on YouTube as well, if you don't like the video, that's fine. Still leave me a thumbs up and leave your negative comment in the comment section, and we will address it. But definitely thumbs up. On Apple Podcasts, leave me 5 stars. Regardless of how you feel, tell me how you feel in the comments. Spotify, thumbs up. Everywhere, thumbs up. And like I said earlier, this is the hashtag I Am Who I Am podcast. This is episode 29.
29.
We like Eric Dickerson with them glasses on running through the hole. You know what I'm saying? We trying to be great around here. And as always, I'll be back. Yeah.